Okay, mic check. Can you guys hear me now? It looks like you can, right? Yeah. Okay, mic check. Can you guys hear me now? All right, I heard the echo, so we're good. Okay, sorry about that. Yes, audio's up. We're good. Excellent. And then we do have the game audio, so I can hear that as well. So yeah, I just want to say, hey everybody, Chanchai's Dojo's live. Sorry for the late start. I'll let everyone know that we are live. But yeah, everything's been going good. I hope you're all having a good week so far. It's been an interesting week for fighting games. We got patches, people having interesting comments about the patches and DLCs. Virtual Fighters patch is coming within a week, and the game is coming to Switch 2 officially within a week. So we're excited for that, and we do know there's some significant changes, but we don't know what they are yet, and I'm pretty optimistic about them, so I'm excited to see what we get, and the game should be a lot of fun. Hopefully a lot more fixes and stuff coming along too. So right now I'm going to go ahead and message people, let them know that we are live. So alright, we are live. Alright, Incident, so good to see you. It'll be good to have a good sparring session with you, my friend. I am going to turn my fan on here. It's kind of getting warm in here for some reason. So I apologize if the sound, you start hearing the fan sound. Let's see here. Sorry for the late start, everyone. The late start definitely causes a lot of people to come in a bit later. Very good to see you. Yeah, very interesting times to come. Alright, let me see here. Now, I know that, let's see, we are live. Also, there was a wonderful tournament in Ohio. Cap City Challenge, I think it's called. It was awesome. It had the tournament. It also had Team Battle Exhibition. We'll spar soon, Incident. Apologize here. Let me see. There we go. Awesome. XTN is here. We'll do that. XTN, it's so good to have you here. Hope internet's going well for you. I know XTN made a recent move, but cheering for them in their move. I do hope to visit them in the place that they're in now sometime. I'm not sure when, but I would love to go visit. It's a beautiful area. So let me put this here. Go. Almost ready, you guys. Thank you for your patience. Thank you very much for your patience. This late start is a very late start compared to normal. Room is 04325s. Code 4565. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we've let everyone know. Zack Attack, good to have you here. Wonderful. We got XTN, Incident, Weeps Over Dweebs. Awesome to have you all here. I hope you guys are doing great. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. There's quite a few topics, you know. One of the topics I'll talk about, I'll give my take on it, because I think there's a lot of really good advice. The framing is probably different than how I would frame this advice, but I do think it's overall good advice. Tricky made a pretty popular video recently where she talked about, generally she's talking about, like, I'm going to sum up the advice first. So the advice she gave was that basically you need to do more mindful training and practice and playing. it's not just mindlessly dumbed down, just play more. So she framed it as just play more is a very dangerous lie that can damage your game. I take a different view because I feel that advice is personal. That's my view. And so sometimes that might be what some people need to hear. It's not what everyone needs to hear. And it's not always that they always need to hear that. That's not what people always need to hear. So that is true, that taken to an extreme, but it's the same thing as studying only can also be, if you study but never practice or never go into matches, that's also got its, there's a balance. And so we want to understand that, like, but it's definitely true that you do want to do things with thought and with consideration and mindfully, right? And I know this is dumbing down what she's saying now, okay? But that was beautiful. I like this setting up the back turn here. Like this, actually, what it is it's an evade. We're still in the side turn situation, so it's sustained evade into a evade to the back is what it really is. Yeah. I recommend that if you do get gray bars, just leave and come back so that we can, and because gray bars are like, it's more that the gray bars are a good indicator that there will be a crash. And so like, it might not crash right away, but it's like very likely. But you know that we're a very patient group, and because we're not stat tracking, then the good thing to know then is that I'm very patient. I'm happy to restart the league up to a couple times if need be to make sure that you get in, to a degree. So yeah, so please do that because that helps. That was so good. Alright, good battle XTN. Alright, I'm going to get back to that advice because I feel like I didn't do it justice for Tricky. So, generally, Tricky's giving good advice. I mean, I'm summing it up and I'm dumbing it down. But for me, I wouldn't frame it as... I know she would frame it, so she's being honest in my view, that it is dangerous, that it can damage your play. Alright, I don't exactly see it as that because I think we all take things as we do. Sometimes a coach sometimes a parent has to tell the kid, just go ahead and do the thing because you've thought about it and you keep thinking about it, but you're not doing anything. So sometimes we do the old Nike slogan of just do it because of that. Now that is dumbed down advice, and that is basically not a full picture. Sometimes it's just kind of in communication what that person needs, but it's not what everyone needs, and a lot of people really it's up to the person on, but if we take it to the extreme, yes, it's bad advice, and it is dumb when the whole community just says just play more, and that's what Tricky's saying is really dangerous about that. Again, I'm dumbing down what she's saying because she definitely has conviction in what she's saying. I believe that. I believe she fully means everything she said in that video, so I'm just giving my own take on it. Because if people were to ask me what I think, it's like, well, this is what I honestly think about it. I think there's a good formula that Himejan, it was brought to my attention by Akai, that Himejan had presented this equation. Let's call it an equation, okay? And this makes it mathematic, but you can understand this one. Himejan had a really good equation, which is basically, I'm going to dumb this down too, but basically playing or like fighting and studying. Fighting times studying equals studying times fighting. Okay? It's saying the same thing, but what it's getting at, and especially because of the use of the multiplier, is that if you have 0 of any of these, that's not productive. You need both. And there is an equilibrium that's up to the player on where that is. You do need to take the time to think about what you're doing and to study what you have done and study why you lost when you did. That's what Tricky's saying, right? You need to do that. You do need to study some. and you also need to play. Sometimes we see people that are thinking a lot and are not playing. They hang out in the Discord, they're going to complain all day, and then you realize
Round 2. Ready, go! Ring out! Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go!
this box is, even when it pisses him off, even when it like, you can feel him feel despair and anger and frustration. He really thinks that he never stops processing it. Like, he might take a break, he might rest. He later thinks about it and he figures it out. And sometimes he might not be fully happy with what it shows up when in the fight later again, but he makes huge gains. He becomes so much stronger. That is his secret strength, on top of the fact
Round 1. Ready, go!
you need to challenge yourself. You need to like, when you think you've got this game figured out, you really have to challenge that too. You have to kind of go, you know, I should try a different approach, and I know I'm gonna lose doing it, but if I really want to actually master this game, you have to actually do that at some point. Now, of course, you want to hit to a level of competency. That's what everybody wants. So a lot of people that are looking for some quick path or efficiency is because they want to cut down some of the slop in the process, and they want to get to stronger answers first and then work with that foundation and build, right? But I'm going to tell you, this game definitely, no matter how smart you are, I've seen this game do this to people. It peaks and valleys. But actually it's this. It's actually gradual, like upwards. It feels like this. It's really this. Because in this game, but the thing is, if you only count wins and losses, then it will feel like this. If you're talking about actually being strong, it's really like this. I hope that makes sense to you guys. I hope that makes sense. I know I did it backwards. I should use my left hand to illustrate on a webcam, but I think that made sense to you all. And that's just my take. So you guys can't hear me again? Ah, shoot. Okay, sorry about that. So, okay, so... So I will say, B Ninja, I appreciate you. Keep trying, my friend. All right, keep trying to come in. I will be patient for you. Awesome. We got the BBC. I haven't seen them in a while, unless they're different. Oh, okay, I know which one that I think. We got BBC General, got Shin Assassin, Kasano Incident. That was B Ninja. It does suck when it keeps kicking out. Sometimes resetting the game help. It doesn't always help, but sometimes it does. Sometimes it's the 20th attempt, and I hate that does that. I wish we did not have this issue right now, because you guys already know that leagues like mine and the Kai's normally draws almost pretty much a full room, and these room issues has definitely seen kind of like it being a test of patience, and some people just, you know, it's a lot for them, and I respect that, because I understand, and I respect everyone's time too. But I appreciate everyone's patience, and I will be patient with you. So don't worry, I am still hanging in there, V Ninja, because I would love to have you in this room.
Round 3. Ready, go!
I see Dusty. Dusty, it's okay. Let's see what we got. But if you're seeing the coach, B Ninja's here. Awesome. I am so happy that B Ninja's in the room. Oh yeah. Mic occasionally cutting off. I am sorry about that. Let me see. Is there a device I can unplug? This could be USB. Could be. I'm gonna check one thing really quick though. Let me make sure it's not trying to do that. The Logitech program that's in here that I can't take out, is not doing its like profile switching thing. So that drives me nuts too. Why can I not turn this off? Alright. Disable. There we go. Let's disable that. Okay. Alright. Let's see here. So, sorry that the mic's cut out. There was a lot of good stuff to talk about. Let's see. Yeah, this is the thing. Anyways, has the mic been sustaining for a while now? I do see. I'll keep watching the meter when I talk. Fortunately, it's in view that makes it look like I'm looking at you guys, so that works. Alright, thanks a lot for your patience. I'm not expecting next week's patch to completely fix this, but I'm hoping it will. I'm hoping, but I don't know. I'm just gonna try to be patient. Are you guys getting a loud buzz? Okay, so there was a buzz before. Okay, let me listen to it. The passcode is 4565. The room is 04325.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Alright, sounded pretty good there. Anyway, so I guess to sum it up, some people just need to... Advice is personal, and so the best advice is, right? But not everybody, a lot of times we're listening to things as a whole. So the classic advice, just play more, can be sometimes is a dumbed down advice that could be what some people need to hear actually. But a lot of times it can be taken as an extreme. It's not that great of advice, but what I will say is that everybody should know that when you're doing an activity and you're trying to master and become strong at it, mindlessly doing it, of course, has its limits of upside effects, and it can have negative effects. So if possible, you do want to engage at different levels of mental engagement, of cognitive engagement with that activity. There's definitely a bias that we should always use the most, but honestly, for rote activities, for things that are using our motor skills, there is a place for playing the game without being so focused on the conscious side, right? And that's where you guys have heard me talk about how sometimes you have to let your training do the speaking, and you have to let your subconscious process it. It's not that you're not mentally engaged, you're completely mentally engaged, but you're allowing the more artistic side of your brain, or the side that's used to doing work, kind of acting out there while you steer it with your conscious. That's what I do sometimes, but I also switch it into fully conscious depending on the threat level. The opponent's giving me a hard time, I better think this through. I'm playing very strong. Well, I will let myself keep playing strong if that in the way that keeps working, but while I'm doing that, I will use my mental energy to come up with a plan for what to do when the opponent starts to catch up. So we play this cat and mouse game, and if I'm the cat, the moment that this mouse evolves to become a cat themselves, I'll try to prepare for when that happens. If I'm the mouse, I probably got to use my wits to turn this situation around, and it probably needs my more conscious focus, and I'll use that. This is very much a fully engaged process. It does involve autopilot, but it is a fully engaged process. Sometimes training mindlessly helps me. Sometimes training with only thinking helps me. But we kind of always need both. And what I said earlier was that Akai had brought to my attention an equation that Himejan had said to them. And I like this equation a lot because it gets to what I believe, which is basically, I'm going to dumb it down to the terms we're using. So play times study is equal to study times play. If you have 0 of any of these, that's not productive at all. You got to have some study, you got to have some play. And just study, sometimes it's the advice for someone who's just playing. Just play, sometimes that's the advice for someone who's just studying and not playing. Is it extreme? Yeah. Should they take it as extreme? No. I do think the best advice tends to be more personal advice. As a general advice though, yes, you should be playing this game on the full spectrum. You should be practicing it on the full spectrum, if you want my opinion. Some people don't like that. Some people have a clear bias that thoughtful play is the only play, and I get that. But I think there is some merit to being able to train your ability to play without thinking too. Alright, the room just crashed, so we are going to start a new room. Wow, that was nuts. That was insane. So we will start a new room. And then we will start a league soon, yeah. Okay, we're gonna go. I know that these two are playing, but we're gonna start a new room right now because I'm worried that this room will crash. Let's try it. A lot of people have joined the room. We will try this room, and if we see one more crash, we're definitely starting a brand new room. So, but that was a massive disconnect, which is not always the best sign, but not as bad as the gray bar sign. The gray bar is the really scary one. But I've seen rooms like this reform and then have trouble. Right now, this looks pretty good. So I'm actually optimistic because of how many people were able to come back in and it didn't crash right away. I do think that when it gets to around 10, it seems to get harder. But we've definitely had rooms that had 11, 12, 13. But I have observed a correlation. We don't know if it's a causation. We have observed a correlation. Zack Attack Bushido, go ahead and come back in and see how that goes. Yeah. Devil Ray, I don't know if we need patch notes based on what's happening with Tekken and Street Fighter. You know, it's like those patch notes, like the community reaction is just so doomer on both Street Fighter and Tekken. It's like, what? You know, like that is like the feed this morning was just like, man, you want to make a Monday feel like a Monday? Read the Tekken X feed. You know, so that'll really make your Mondays feel like a Monday right now. So, the Street Fighter one's a little more humorous, right? Street Fighter one's a little more humorous. But the Street Fighter one is kind of weird, right? There's I don't want to spoil stories, but I don't know how you guys will react when you finish Alex's story. So, you know, maybe you guys will just be like, okay, and then just move on quickly. You know, so the Steve costume is pretty baller, not gonna lie. Hey Tricky, good to see you. Hope you're doing really well today. So yeah, I did talk about your very popular video. I did give my own take, but I think you understand where I come from in it. But I do like your advice overall. So yeah, I'm so happy you feel great again. Give you a big hit. Yeah, well, I contrasted it a bit, and I also self-acknowledged that I was dumbing down what your advice is for the sake of like the discussion point. But I also am telling everybody it is good advice. I probably, you know me, you know that I'm gonna frame it different than you would frame it, but you also know that we both, like, we have no doubts about the sincerity of us trying to help people get better. We have no, like, I have no doubts in your sincerity in that, and I know you have no doubts about mine either. Yeah, right. But you always bring it back. So as long as people listen and are paying attention, they get the real juicy take. Yeah, and I know that it's like you're framing it, and that gets people's attention. And at the same time, but I also know that if they sit and listen, they will really learn. So, you know, yeah. It is your spirit. I do like that, by the way. And how do I put this? This is gonna be, I don't know how. Recently, I revisited a movie that I really loved as a kid, and it's an Academy Award-winning performance, and it kept reminding me of you in the good ways, which was, I think Whoopi Goldberg's performance in Ghost was like amazing. And I can like rewatch it, like I can rewatch her in that movie like all the freaking time. And it's but it does remind me of Tricky. So, you know, I'm looking forward to the good news. I'm really sad about Combo Breaker, but I'm really excited for the good news. And so I'm going to take your word on that you had to cancel Combo Breaker for very good news, but I'm super happy to hear that you're going to EVO Japan. I am so happy you're going to EVO Japan, Tricky. And I know so many players want to meet you there, want to see you there. I know more than players, a lot of people that want to meet you there. So I think I'm just wishing you the best trip. You're going to have an amazing trip. You already heard it from me because I messaged you that. But I'm really happy to hear you're going to EVO Japan. So happy about that. Yeah, and Vegas. Hell yeah. Okay, Kasano is asking if we can remake this room. Is everybody okay if I remake the room? We do have 12 people. I do think remaking the room is worth trying, but it can cause a challenge. I know B Ninja had worked hard to get into this room though. And I probably do give the advice that I gave to B Ninja, which was to keep being patient and keep trying. Right now this room is looking okay, even though it did have one crash out quite a while ago. Okay. No problem, Obvious Creed. Obvious Creed, I totally get it. It does take no matter what anyone tells you, all controller devices, when it comes to fighting games, they all have learning curves. Like, no matter what device you're using, there's a learning curve. And so Stick has definitely got a learning curve. A lot of people forgot, like, the 1 to 4 months they spent learning Stick for any fighting game for the first fighting game they played Stick on. A lot of people forgot that. It's kind of funny. but many people did. You know, like I can remember it more than some of those players, right? I'll be like, dude, I remember when you started Stick on Street Fighter 4, and you were like, and it took you like 2 months, you know. So you know, it's just one of those things. It's people. Okay, awesome. I'm excited for your replay review. So I have seen some of Tricky's process when she reviews videos, when she reviews replays, and it's really awesome. And people really should, when that video comes out, you gotta watch it for sure. Tricky is extremely good at an analytical, at that form of analysis and reviewing her own performance, and it's really good. And of course reviewing the opponent's performance, but it's got really strong anchors, but that's good because those are the anchors that any player can use and understand quicker. I think Tricky's video is going to be pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
Ready, go!
Oh, I love that you've broken it down into steps. Yeah, I do like that you're trying out Arcade Stick. I hope you stick with it, but at the same time, definitely it's up to you to assess your performance, but I do think this game plays amazing on Stick. Alright, let's see. So Kusano hasn't been able to get into the room yet. So Kusano, if you're there, I am going to restart the room right now. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and try. I didn't see any objections to... I didn't see anybody say they wanted to stay in the room, but I feel if... because B Ninja worked really hard to get in this room, but I'm gonna go ahead and restart and try it. We're gonna try this one time here, and let's see how that goes. Normally, I probably would have said let's try to play this room for like 1 league, if I'm being honest, because of getting to this point. But that could be a sunk cost fallacy too. So we're now in a brand new room. I'm gonna put the room is 57094. Alright. Good, we got Rashida on here. So far everything's looking good that I can see. Kusano is looking very good. B Ninja, let us know. You're the one that I'm really worried about, to be honest. I'm very worried about B Ninja. I hope they can make it. I love having B Ninja in the room. Always good having them here. Shin Assassin's here. Instant here. BBC General's here. Hell yeah. Okay. B Ninja's here. Yes. Okay, we're counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's looking good. And then it jinxes, right? So, alright, so after this game, we will start the next league battle. It's looking very good. Let's do one warm-up battle just to make sure, and then let's start the league battle after that, if it works out. This is looking very good. We're crossing our fingers, but even more than crossing our fingers for this room, we're crossing our fingers for a fix for rooms, like improvements, you know. So Sega, if anyone from Sega is watching, you know, you guys know we really want, we want to help do more of these rooms, and we really want to make sure, and we really want everyone to see how exciting they are, especially when, you know, before World Stage, before these issues, we were filling up these rooms right away. Like these with less than 10 minutes, we had 16 players room and they played great. You know, so yeah.
Ready, go!
So we're gonna start the league battle after this one, but you can definitely join. Are you in here? Do I see you? And if Weaves is in the room, please try again, because we did start a new room. It might work better. We'll see.
Knockout!
I see. Which grade bar do you see there? So, not to be outing people out. the gray bar is one of those signs where it's like it's probably good to try to reconnect and reestablish connection. I think it's a combination, right? I think crossplay is one, but I actually think it's less the crossplay, but more of the strings attached to crossplay. So what would be the strings attached to crossplay? I'm under the impression that the easy anti-cheat, yes, part of it is because of mods in the game, but I do think that could have been a string that was attached to doing crossplay. That could have been something that was required. I don't know for sure if that's true, but I can imagine that was a requirement to do crossplay, like a mandate, you know. And at the same time, I can imagine that's if the team was not prepared for that, and then they implemented it because it wasn't in our beta, then that mandate kind of created a problem of an overhead-like problem. But it could be the crossplay itself, but my experience, actually, I've played with a lot of people on different systems, and my experience is fine. Akai actually tried to measure that, and their experience seemed fine. I do think the connection environment of the player is a big factor. I think there is a consistency of which players are more likely to have challenges. But I also think, sometimes which connections, meaning which pair of people, are likely to have challenges. I think there's that, All right, let's go ahead and try the league. Let's try it out. If I'm missing anyone, please let me know. Please let me know if I'm missing anybody. I will stop the league and let you guys join in. But yeah. Yeah, but I'm not holding my breath on the Switch patch being the one that fixes the room challenge, but I'm hoping it does. That said, they probably won't tell us. They'll just assess and see. Nice, I like that. Alright, that was good. That was good. And you turned the situation around too. With neutral throw, which is really good. Alright. Good battle, Devil Ray. I think it's Devil Ray. But I appreciate this. I liked in round 2, I liked that you went with neutral throw as opposed to back throw. Right, back throw is the more obvious one and it's the very scary one, but neutral throw did its job. That was really, really good. By the way, Necromancy Black, so good to see you. I always love it when you're able to stop by our chat. I always love what you contribute to the chat, and also you know that I enjoy hanging out in the Virtua Fighter Australia Discord too. So I do love the Australian community is really awesome. I love the conversations they have. A lot of times their chat's actually is super productive. Super productive Virtua Fighter chat. That said, I don't want people jumping into that chat or jumping into that Discord when they're not from Australia, even though I'm not from Australia. But I personally love the conversations you guys have. I love reading that Discord. Yeah, I'm really happy to see you guys keep getting new players. It's still you're seeing newer and newer players still, and I love that. And I'm really happy because you got such an awesome crew and an awesome foundation. And you've become one of the foundation, even though I think you've only played VF for about 2 years now. So I would like to hear how you're feeling about VF. I think 2 years in now, right? 2.5 years. I would like to know your thoughts on this game. Having played this, having put in this time and become a foundation in your community. Okay, Tuesday, you're Mr. Worldwide. Good to see you, Mr. Worldwide. Okay. I'm going to disband the XDN. It's like, what? I don't know what these two are talking about, but yeah. I definitely think it's a mad solid game, and that's my biased opinion. Good. Nice, I like that. That'll beat the low punch. Okay. That was a good throw attempt. That was a good throw attempt. Good. So the hard part is if I do elbow, that's where I'm going to probably fuzzy guard. So if you block my elbow, delay throw is kind of one of the things you can do, or dashing elbow is always fun to do. Right? So like, yeah. And so this is a fuzzy guard after you block my elbow, right? So to beat this, you can do a crouch dash into a throw is one way to do this. So you block my elbow, crouch dash into throw. So see how the immediate throw loses? That's why the crouch dash delays the throw. There you go. So see, that's one way to do this. If someone's doing this head bob after this elbow, that's where you want to do like a delay throw against that. Now another option is you could do low kick, but it is risky if I start evading. But low kick is good as long as I'm not sidestepping. So doing like down back kick, yeah, like that, yeah, it's pretty good. So like you block the elbow, down back kick, right? But the weakness of down back kick is them sidestepping you, and that becomes like you need to kind of read that. Right, yeah, good. Right, so I'll show you the weakness really quick. Right, good. But if I keep doing this, yeah, you have to block it and then do it. There you go. Right, good. And then the weakness is this, right? The weakness is evade punish. So, but that's why the delay throw is kind of the preferred choice at the higher level. But even though you're worried about getting struck. But yeah, and then of course that I can attack you right away. Now if you do hit me with it, then I can just elbow right away. But it's good that you defended because you knew you should defend there. Very good. So let's keep that up. I feel like the approach to work with you is to kind of build up your confidence and knowledge in these situations. So this is good. So jab, elbow. One of the ways, this is a hard one, but you block the jab and then you sidestep the elbow and throw. It's hard, but that is actually the scary answer here. If you can do it. Yeah, like that, exactly. And then do any throw you want because it's usually not going to be a side throw. So that was neutral throw, right? But try like back forward throw. Oh, that was a side. In that case, that was a side throw. It mixes too, which is what's crazy. Is like it's not consistent about which one it is, or it's semi-consistent, but it's hard. But it's good to mix it up. So yeah. All right, I'll let you win this round, and then we'll fight the next round. But yeah, so I wanted to kind of show you that. I have a feeling that you're the type who wants to kind of know what our strong forcing options are, and we'll work on that. All right, let's fight. This is like using a down back kick, right? I know that you're guarding. I see you guarding, so I'm gonna maybe I'm gonna poke you with a low, but I'm gonna also watch to see if you're responsive after that. Good, that was excellent, right? So now I'm gonna evade and attack, right? And if I see that you're hesitating, I'm gonna attack, and because I'll tell you the rubric for that. All right, good game. The rubric is this. When you fight an opponent, you have to ask yourself, and you have to answer honestly, who's the sharper player? Is my opponent sharper than me, or am I sharper than my opponent? It could be, you could frame it as faster, but sharper is the actual key word here. So if you are sharper than your opponent, anytime it gets into awkward neutral, you should be the one either attacking or throwing there. If your opponent is the one that's sharper than you, anytime it gets awkward neutral, you should probably defend. And then attack when you're sure they're going to throw. But defend by default, but when you feel they're going to throw you, that's when you attack. That's what you should do if you feel the opponent's the one that's sharper. And if you answer honestly, this becomes a very strong tactical adjustment. and it can change the way a lot of your matches can play.
Ready, go!
Nice. Hey, Greenberg, good to see you.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Yeah, so Guard Crush is a good one. And I did want to get there because it's what Akira does have. We just kind of wanted to, I wanted to do the standard answers before this character specific one. Very nice. Yeah. That said, if you focus on Guard Crush, some people, well, this wouldn't be a problem with Zack Attack, but some people like tend to like ignore a lot of the other standard answers, and then they kind of run into some issue too. But Guard Break is definitely a really powerful answer that Akira has. Very good. Good round. Alright, here we go, incident. Let's do this.
Round 4. Ready, go!
I like that improvised combo. Oh, except for that part. Okay, awesome, Guibert.
5. Ready, go!
Good game, Vincent. Good game.
See? I thought I'm better.
Hey, June. Good to see you. What is the NGE again? Sorry. Good game, Vincent. Good game. That was really fun. Always fun, my friend. Oh, no guard evasion? Yeah. I see. I like that term. I didn't know that term.
It's showtime.
Round 1. Ready, go!
I like that that slipped under.
Knockout!
I like that this slipped underneath that. Or more like the timing just worked out.
Round 2.
Yeah.
Ready, go! Round 3. Ready, go!
You can tech that. I messed up the combo, so you can actually tech roll that.
Knockout!
Good game, Pisano. I went fierce on you because, well, one, I respect your skill and your growing skill. So I did want to let you know that some of these combos you can still tech. So if I don't hit them perfectly, you can tech, and there are certain signs when I don't hit them perfectly. So you'll want to watch for that. Check the replay so you can see what it is about my combo that wasn't clean. A lot of times when somebody hits you with jab to continue a combo, if it didn't cause like a bounce off the ground or something, or it was just a little off, you might be surprised that a lot of times those combos can be teched, right? Like because the jab wasn't clean. So you want to look for jabs having clean specific kinds of hits in combos. That's one of the things I use against my opponents. When my opponent does a combo that's a little off, I'm usually good at seeing that, so that's usually when you see me tech and attack right away. Yeah, don't go easy on Pi is definitely true. It's very frustrating when you do. You regret it a lot, yeah. I like the NGE term though. I didn't know that's a Japanese term, but no guard evade, very cool. So that's a Kegad Nashi. Kegad Nashi. Kegad Nashi. Oh no, but I can't read the kanji before it. My bad. So on my display, the kanji's on a different line, so I didn't see the kanji. Yeah. No problem, Sana. Yeah. Well, I know that you do like serious training too. Like, I know that you like it if the opponent really throws, like, gives you a very direct answer to stuff.
Ready, go!
So that was a perfect meaty because you can't evade that. Got it.
Ready, go!
That's a ring out. So let's see here. So now he likes to attack evade, the guy who likes to evade, so this is good. That's a ring out? No. I see. Good game. I guessed wrong, but that was a good game. Very good game. I put myself in that position too. So putting yourself in the Taku when your life is less than a third is very risky against Taka. But that was awesome. Good game, Bushido. Good game. So I do like what Bushido did, right? He punished me for sidestepping. He used sequences where he was going to be also minus on the string, and so if I sidestep there, then all I'm doing is a delay, and it's really bad. Then he also took advantage of the near the ring out, and he beat me on that. The ring out was created, and he used that too. So really good stuff. Good game. And so this is a good thing because Bushido and I both do a lot of similar things, right? We like to evade punish, and then so now he's doing more of punishing the evade, and I think that's very good. Yeah, conscious and unconscious will definitely be a good topic. I know that you're going to find a great way to cover that topic too. It's a hard topic because it's not something people fully control, and it's not something people accept, right? If you don't accept the unconscious side of your play, like, I don't know what to tell you, right? It's like because you're not gonna you're gonna not like what you hear from me when I talk about letting the autopilot work, right? But yeah. Yeah, so...
Round one. Ready, go!
Thought I guarded that. Love that, that's so good. Thought this low punch would hit, but that was really good. Really, really good.
Round two. Ready, go!
Yep. So on Okizemi, this long ducking is really good. I love it. Ah, he cut me off here. I went for throw. That was my risk. That was a beautiful 6P plus K though. This is... People are attacking me more for this low punch into delay throw, which is really good. That was so good. I love that too. I like that choice too. I was so sure he was going to go for sweep here, so that's why I committed to 8K. Really good game, really good game. So, I had so much fun. Good battle assassin. That was a lot of fun. Really loved that one a lot, and I enjoyed it. So, good game, my friend. Good game. Yeah, so I love what Tricky's saying in the chat, by the way, here. %, yeah. So Tricky had said above what I missed was your mindless training is actually still mindful. Yes, 100%, because you're doing it with purpose. Yeah, you're steering it, and you're trusting a certain process that's going on, but you got to steer it. Like, you know, just like in an airplane, you got to steer the autopilot. like you can't just let it autopilot the whole time, right? You can't completely replace the pilots with the autopilot either. But you have to steer it, and you definitely have to take control at certain points and manage it. And that's, I usually compare it to the airplanes, to pilots on the airplanes. So yeah, exactly. The autopilot has a routine that someone had to program. So yeah, and I think Tricky would also agree that, like, at the high level, people also learn to shorten these, like, where these subroutines are, to where they just become like that, and then, like, but it's like you're able to just kind of, they're the reason that you're able to act so fast, right? And then you kind of you can expand the scope, but you can manage it in different scope too, because you have to. Otherwise, you're gonna play slow. Like, you're just gonna play very slow if you, like. I do see some players. This is a hard one because some players only play with full focus, and it's hard to, like. Some people only play with light focus, and some people only play with hard focus, and you kind of. This is a game that lets you play with all of it, and to be honest, the stronger players I know have a big spectrum. Like a really big spectrum, and so sometimes we're catching each other going, you know, on one part of the spectrum, but then when we see the other guy focusing and thinking so hard, then that's when we, like, bully, right? Because that's so, like, you're slow. I know why you're slow. You're thinking hard, you know. And so, but then when they start to, like, allow themselves to react fast to certain stuff while thinking at the key moments, that's kind of the trick. And it's situational, like where the focus is gonna be, where the steering is happening, and where let my hands do it, or let my subroutines, let my autopilot do this particular thing, you know. And then, like I've talked about before, when you have a lead, you use the fact that you're leading. It doesn't mean you change strategy. It doesn't mean you're trying to outplay every single play. It means you play competent and you play strong the way that it's been playing strong. Your opponent's the one that has to mix up, not you, but you plan for when they do mix up, and you watch for signs, so your cognitive functions are more there, while you're just, like, going, okay, they haven't figured it out yet. I don't need to stress to win, but I do need to stress to be ready for when they start winning the situation back, or when they start getting the score, when they start putting me in the red, or when I feel threatened that they're going to put me in the red. I need to be ready for that, and that's where my focus should be. But if they're having trouble with my subroutines, if they're having trouble with just what I'm doing automatically, that's where I need to use my the resources I have to stay ahead of this, you know. But it doesn't mean I have to, like, completely pound every decision they do. It means that, like, for every bit of profit I have, they've got to do it that many times to kind of even it back up. So I have a budget. I have a budget to, you know, to do stuff. Now, of course, if I can steal it really quick, I want to do that. So ring out's awesome for that. Wall combo is awesome for that.
Ready, go!
All right. All right. It's really hard to escape this consistently. So it's like Taka has the stomp, Leon has this pounce off of half circle back throw. XTN is normally very good at it. Their escape rate is pretty high. I love that. This like Chanchai is gonna low punch all Bari there is really strong against me right now, and it's really good. So
Round 3. Ready, go!
very good. Good duck and punish. Yeah, that was, I did risky, right? I did backdash. And he read it. XTM knows me well, so we've played quite a bit offline as well. We've played probably more offline than online.
Knockout! Round 5. Ready, go!
Interesting. Oh, that's ring out. Good game. Good game. Good game. Did I delay? I must have delayed. I must have did crouch backdash. Good game. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah, the 5K range is Taka's strength, right? That Taka's 5K is an awesome move. Huge range. Hey, good games, XTN. I had a lot of fun. That was a good game. If they will, I'm not sure. I feel like the fix is just to make 6KK easy to tech, and then the interesting guessing game after that is there. I like the interesting guessing game, and I personally don't hate 6KK as much, but the issue with it is just how is the difficulty of teching there. It's a very interesting decision. Very nice.
Ring out! Round 2. Ready, go!
That's a ring out. That's a beautiful ring out too. So I really like that ring out as well. Really good.
Round 3. Ready, go!
I like that the hammer fist will beat this because of damage. Alright, so he's watching. Let's watch what the reads are now. This is what's important, is the reads that happen in this round. I like that too. I actually didn't know that one. And the wait for guard break is always good. Very interesting setup. Oh, I thought I got this sidekick. If I got this sidekick, it would have been really good. Would have been really good.
Ready, go!
Alright, good game, my friend. Good game. I really love you, Lau. Always love fighting you. Thank you so much. It's been a while. If you're who I think you are, but it's okay. I don't worry. I'm just happy to fight this opponent, so thank you for the battle, my friend. If they remove stagger break on wall, that's fine. I mean, here's the thing: when you play at the high level, when you play like the Japanese elite level, they break stagger at the wall like a lot, and so there's a mind game after it, and I like playing the mind game after the breaking stagger at the wall. So I'm okay, like, I would prefer to have stagger in. I know Tricky and I have different opinion on stagger. I would like stagger in personally. I like it how it is, though I think for console, I'm happy with gamepad being able to shake the... for me, my solution is just let the gamepad shake to break stagger very easily, and I'm okay with that, because I think that they're paying for it in other ways. Oh, it's so good. That was nice. Very good. Oh, Chris, I like your Lao. I like the guesses. Guesses were on point. Excellent. Hey, Jim Haney, good to see you. How have you been? I hope you've been doing well. Happy spring to everyone. Yeah, for the record, Chanchai is actually one word. It's a Thai name. But I understand, like, everybody imagines it's like a Chinese name, and so they think it's 2 words. But I don't mind. I know it's understandable. But it's actually my real name. Alright, good game, Chris. Keep it up. Keep it up. So... I am using the backdash and some of the movement to delay the attack enough to where I feel like you'll start attacking at that time. If you think your opponent is doing that, one of the techniques you can use is, if you think they're going to either delay or use like a backdash, you can use like a crouch dash into it, and you can be ready to guard from the crouch dash or attack, either one. And so if you think they're trying to trap you, then guarding is generally the better one. But if you think like they're doing it mindlessly, and some people do, then delay attack is strong. Then Lao can just, like crouch dash in and do an attack, and that works too. But if you're not sure about it, you can just crouch dash in and defend. It's really strong. Yeah. All right. Sorry about that ad break. Yeah. Okay. No problem. All right. Well, I hope you can hear me now. If not, you can always. Replay 5-step model, hell yeah. Everybody check out Tricky Eileen's channel. Check out her channel. She's got an awesome 5-step model for replay analysis that you should check out. And I know that if you watch my channel, you probably really would like that info for sure. But you'd also should like all of Tricky's stuff too. Everybody I know that is very thinking seriously on VF likes Tricky's material. Live right now. Awesome. Yes. Please do also follow Tricky Eileen. You can click on her name right now and follow her channel if you don't already on Twitch. Chill. Alright. That's good. Good. So I block and I'm going to elbow back. Nice. So yes, throwing is right. Throwing, guard break, or low kick are pretty okay here. I prefer the throwing or the guard break, if I'm being honest. So this one, right now, I've been doing forward throw. So yes, you want to mix it neutral or back, right? Now that said, most of the time I will do like back throw against Akira, but I will escape back throw usually. But against you, I had a strong feeling it's forward throw, right? So
Ready, go!
nice counter hit on the jab. That's a side turn pressure. A lot of times you'll have to defend if someone is attacking from the side if they hit you. There you go. Nice turning that around. Good. Nice. Keep it up. That's what I wanted to, okay. I wanted you to do the guard break. And then, oh, that was really good though. Alright, here we go. Nice. Okay, so with this low rising attack, I hit you, I'm +3, it's enough for this uppercut to beat almost any attack you do. But it was good, and a lot of people tend to be slow after the low rising attack hits, so that attack was reasonable, but the risk was that I was going to do this uppercut. But, no. Good game, my friend. Keep it up. Keep it up, Obvious Creed. Keep it up, yeah.
Round one. Ready, go!
Alright, here we go. Screen. Alright, let's see how we go from here.
Ready, go!
Let's see here.
Round three. Ready, go! Round four. Ready, go!
Nice. Alright. So this one was interesting because of the side hit. This is confusing actually, because this is an EX high. How much damage is the EX high punch now? Is it less than 20 now? Is that what happened? Must be less than 20. Very interesting. That must be less than 20 damage. I gotta look that up. Good game, B-Ninja. Good game. If it's less than 20, that's why what I did worked. Otherwise, it's really weird. Does anyone know the base damage of offense stance 9P? I'll look it up on VFDC, but it's going to take time for it to go through the Cloudflare verifying that you're human thing. So, but I love VFDC. And I do know we have VF Mania now, though there is some... With the way that move list is set up, it does take a little time as well. In terms of, it's more like user path is what takes time. But we now have two cool websites, right? We got VFTC and we got VF Mania. and VF Mania is like a Korean-made website. It's using some of the design language of modern Korean web apps, which I like, but it's got interesting. I haven't fully explored it to get comfortable with its flow yet. But I also am always going to support VFTC as well. Like that's like in my heart. But let's see here. Vanessa, defense stance, no, offense stance, 9P. Oh, okay. So 9P is 20 damage exact. So they trade with each other. So the problem with 9P is it trades. That's rough. That means it's not currently good for Okizeme beating rising attack, because it's gonna trade. They're gonna hit at the same time. Like EX high is good when it interrupts, but when they hit at the same time, the damage is gonna be the factor. But if it hits before the hit frames, a normal situation of counter hitting, then EX high is amazing. But the EX high property of that 9P is not going to override when they attack. They hit the same time, and if they're both 20 damage. So yeah. So that's why my rising attack clashed with B Ninja's 9P offense stance 9P. That said, if that move was like 21 damage or more, that'd be super amazing for any time you saw like a rising attack, because that move is a really good move already. It's just that it's a very specific kind of move. But that's true of Vanessa, period. Vanessa's move list is very detail specific. It's very they are precision weapons. They can drive the Vanessa player crazy. That was a lot of fun. Let's see, is it XTN? Is XTN the winner? XTN is probably the winner. Congratulations, XTN. I'm really happy to have you in the league tonight. Thank you for joining us. However, I was very happy that when you were in the Seattle area, you had locals at the salon. So I'm really happy that Seattle has the salon. All right, what happened, Devil Ray? All right, good games all. Thank you so much, Tuesday Night Mystery. Thank you. I see. The match ended in the best way. Got it. All right, look at that. Oh my gosh, look at all these 9-3s. Holy cow. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 9-3s. So XTN stands on top, but also Assassin doing amazing there at the plus 21. Good games, you guys. Good games. Let's do this. I want to fight BBC General. So much fun. They're probably gonna give me this stuff too. Oh, keep it up, Tuesday Night Mystery. Keep it up, But, no, you did not do too badly at all. I thought you were doing well. So. Good games. Good games. Assassin, good game. Incident, thank you so much. XTN, wish you didn't have to work so early, too. Oh, did I miss? Okay, I missed it. That's okay. Cartarius Vid, good to have you here. Don't worry about the red bars. If the red bars, sometimes it's the bug. Most of the time, it's actually been the bug. So we got Cartarius Vid here, and Kasano.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Yeah. Well, Cartarius Vid always scares me because it's hard to get a read on them. They play patiently, they watch, does remind me of Sente in that sense. And if you start taking them lightly, you're gonna get outread because you can't get lazy against Carchai's Fit ever. So I really like fighting Carchai's Fit. Really keeps me honest, keeps me on my toes.
Round 2.
They make adjustments in the match. That's probably the most important thing. I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be right back. We are going to start the next league battle at the 10-minute mark. We're gonna start the next league battle at the 10-minute mark. We want to give enough time so people can use the restroom, walk the dog, get some fresh air, chat, enjoy, and yeah. So I'll be right back. I'm just gonna get a drink. It'll probably be about 3 minutes, but we will start the next league battle on the 10-minute mark. Let's see. The 4-6P route General did on me? Yeah. I think that's... I like a lot of what General did against me, so... I like General's Lao very much. But yeah, especially the guard breaks, where they do the guard break.
Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout!
did we have a crash out? When are they planning to give any updates on VF6? Sounds like we gotta wait a while. So, you know, the game is a waste, but I think it's correct for them to be patient putting it out. I know that drives people crazy, but once they're actually in the actual promotion window of campaigning for the new VF game, you know, then that's when we're worried more about that's when I would worry more about the timing and delays between updates. But I think, so I think, you know, we're gonna have to wait a bit, and no idea when we're gonna get updated on it. So, and I think that's okay. But at the same time, I'm in the camp that just loves playing this game, so I'm okay. But I think, like, one of those things where the real hype window is a hype window. And so if they're not ready to start campaigning yet, this is pretty early to do much of anything. There is definitely some sustaining to do, but honestly, and I know that the narrative that people give is too long, right? And there's a point to there's definitely a point to be made about that, right? Because, you know, people look at 2x KO and they feel like that was like a long window. Now that one was giving, I think, maybe a few updates a year for that like long stretch. But I don't know if it's exactly because of the window so much as just what was being announced versus what expectations were set, and then maybe some people not sure what they were really hoping for either. But I think, you know, but I do think that game is in an interesting place. But I haven't looked at the numbers for that game, so yeah. So Richard Kazama's feels like that they might have hinted something at Summer Game Fest. That would be amazing. Yeah, but that would be amazing if that's true. And I hope. I mean, look. Whenever they announce something, I'm going to be excited. That's flat out true. I was actually. I mean, I kind of knew what to expect going into TGS. But I definitely agree with everyone that was... I feel that what happened with TGS was there was two presentations that were supposed to be one presentation. I felt like the TGS presentation was divided into two, and I feel like the heart was in the right place, but the execution was wrong, right? Which was, let's give the FGC what they want, so EVO... or what we think they want. So at EVO, we're gonna, you know, show everybody out of nowhere beta footage. But the thing is, this is footage for like the hardcore VF fans. That was footage for the hardcore VF fans, but they were showing it to the more mainstream FGC crowd, right? But that was in front of a lot of views. I would have probably felt bad if probably felt worse if they had actually put it during Virtua Fighter's time slot on that Saturday morning, because I don't like Virtua Fighter being the first game of the morning. I don't like that because not many people are there. Only people that are playing in their tournaments are there at that time, right? That's why them putting the slot that they did between King of Fighters and Tekken was correct, in the sense of whatever you're gonna put, that's gonna be the most eyes on it. Now, this happens to be material that was supposed to probably be shown at Tokyo Game Show to kind of show off to investors, I guess. It is more of a fighting game audience thing because they're showing prototype stuff. They're not showing finished product stuff. They're trying to let our imagination wander, so it was more for us stuff. But the tricky thing was going, okay, we've shown you this video, and then now watch Tokyo Game Show. And the message to us was, oh, they're going to show us a lot more at Tokyo Game Show. But no, it's like, we're going to explain, in 2 months from now, we're going to explain what we just showed you. And it's like, that doesn't really work as well. And, you know, but they learned from that mistake. I'm pretty sure they learned from that, you know. But that was rough. You know, that was, for me as a fan, I was happy because I can chew on all that stuff. But I also know how that looks as a marketing to the broader fighting game community. And I'm like, yeah, and I know that cool CG, that cool story teaser there's something cool about it, but I also know how that also fell flat because of how little it was for when it was set up, for the audience that was all tuning in to check that out. And for a lot of us that are not in Japan, we think of Tokyo Game Show as maybe something bigger than maybe what it is. We see it as, you know, something more like Gamescom in Europe, right? And maybe it kind of is, but my understanding, what I've heard, is it's more of an event for the investors and for the rich families to send their kids to that event and stuff like that, and stuff like that, and also, people in the company. I don't know enough about Tokyo Game Show. I just keep hearing that we in the West don't fully understand exactly fully what that event's really about, but we do remember some of our favorite announcements from that event. But I also know that, Tokyo Game Show is where Demon Souls didn't market itself the right way, because it marketed as a demo, which is great, but at a convention, when you only have 10 minutes to demo Demon Souls, you're not going to fully understand what that game's about. Like, you understand that you're going to die. You're going to understand that it seems hard right away. Will you see the challenge? Will you feel rewarded for that challenge? Some people. And so it tested very badly at that event. Lost all of Sony's confidence in that game. All right, here we go. Let's start the next league battle now. Oh, crap. Okay, I think we got it in time. Do people struggle to find matches in ranked? That's an interesting question. There are definitely peak and low times because it's not a high population on ranked game. In Japan, it's relatively like you don't really have trouble with that, but in the West, it can depend. Like next week, ranked will be pretty populated, I believe. So I would say next week should be pretty active. After that, there's definitely peak times, stuff like that. And there'll be a lot of new people next week too, but we'll see. I definitely know quite a few people picking up the game because it's coming to Switch 2. And that might surprise some friends, but I've seen that quite a bit, so. As much as when the game came to PC, no, I wouldn't expect that. But there definitely is going to be driven traffic. Nice. Next week is the Switch 2 release, and also a patch. So the patch actually does matter, because I do think we have seen people come to the game when there's patches. And I do like that this game is not doing too many patches. It's been doing about 2 a year. With mostly one being the big annual patch, and then the other being the emergency fix, if there is. And there's enough changes. Like, if you're in Japan, the game will be really busy. The game will be really flooded. Like, it'll be very full activity next week as everyone tries to figure out the new meta. Because they are doing balance update as well as system update. There's going to be quite a bit of changes, and they haven't announced what they are yet. Other people were asking for what are the patch notes, right? Devil Ray was like, "Where's the patch notes?" And I was just like, based on my feed, based on what's happening with Tekken and Street Fighter, I don't know if I want them to release the patch notes yet. But people are hungry for patch notes. So yeah, next week there'll be a patch. I think the Switch situation is better than people think. I think there will be. We'll see what happens, but I think with Switch 2, there's a good amount of people that are trying to play that thing docked, and I think Nintendo has pushed for this device to be seen as a home console now. But I don't know how successful that is, but I know that with them pushing the webcam, with them pushing the online features and stuff, and even the mouse and the mouse mode, I'm they're really trying to push this thing as a home device. So that happens to be portable, but we'll see.
Round one. Ready,
Yeah, so we will have more people playing. So yes, there will be more people playing for sure next week too. Like that's been pretty consistently happening, but we'll see. Sorry, I'm underselling. I'm just thinking about my match right now. So nice.
Round 2. Ready, go!
This game is priced better than the average Switch 2 game right now, or at least the average physical one. Sorry, I know that probably was an accidental hop.
Round 3.
Maybe.
Ready,
I like to do hops like that though too. Nice, that was cool. Very cool. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. I'm actually not used to seeing this one here.
round 4.
That's really cool.
Ready, go!
That is, again, this setup, like, you did this to me a long time ago and I totally forgot about it. It's so cool.
Excellent.
Alright, got owned by 2 setups. So good.
Ready, go!
Excellent. Good game, my friend. That was a pretty crazy battle. Really good stuff, Anto. Anto, that was a really good battle. Very, very good battle.
I want a serious fight.
Miles, so good to see you. I see. I see. Well, it was a really good game plan, so keep it up, Anto. That was a really good battle.
You'd better take me seriously.
Alright, is this Chanchai's fit? Here we go again. Very scary player.
Ready, go!
That was really good. Excellent choice here. Good round. Alright, let's see what we got here. Chanchai's fit's really good about not feeding information to you, is what I like about fighting him. The information is always a little tough. I see. That's what you're using. Okay. That was intense. So we've got the red bar glitch, but it's the connection's great. But we do have the red bar glitch here.
Ready, go!
Very good throw. I let myself get ring out here.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Thank you for the raid. Really appreciate Aquarius. Aquarius. Hope you're doing well today. Thank you. Good game, Crutchard. That was good. You caught me wanting to do a slow thing against you. That was excellent. Good game. I enjoyed that battle so much. So what are the cards said? Thanks for the raid. Really appreciate it. Yep, the Aquaria wave, awesome. Pure strength of will before staying in the corner that long. Yep. So. Oh, that was an awesome battle with Karchar's fan. Again, I really like Darlene. I like the way they apply their reads, and they are changing enough up, so you have to be very careful of it.
Round one. Ready, go!
I see. Be very careful. I'm going to test your frame knowledge here. I'm gonna test your Moral versus Avari play. I am gonna do some delays, but that's only because I'm watching. So let's see if you're able to slow this down. Alright, good game, Hobbies Creed. Good game. Keep it up. I increased the intensity there, but I think you were getting sharper as it went on, so keep it up. That said, have you been doing much fuzzy guard? I don't know if I saw much fuzzy guard there, and I don't know if you're doing it much. But if not, you can message me and ask me about it. I can give you some stuff to work on to add that layer of fuzzy guard to your Akira, if you're not doing it already. It is very advantageous for Akira to do it. It allows him to be pretty relentless on the pace and then respond to what the opponent's doing on that flow. So. And I think it would complement the way that you play pretty well. Okay, cool, yeah. Keep it up, yeah. It can be hard because you might not know when the opponent's guarding or not. And that's the tricky part about it. But you'll get there. You'll start to see it. You'll start to see if they didn't attack versus if they did attack during the middle of your attack. You'll see if they're crouching or not, and it takes time, but you're getting there. But here's the cool thing: no matter what, you can actually after like dashing elbow, you can just always crouch dash and just do something after the crouch dash. So you can like crouch dash is a good option, period. Whether they block or get hit or even get counter hit. that's the trick with that. Sometime we can do a training session and I can build that guard throw escape into you. There's a drill I do for that, so. Nice.
Round 3. Ready, go!
Good game, my friend. Good game.
I want a serious fight.
So if you build the crouch dash flowchart, you'll kind of have the fuzzy guard flowchart down, or the when to do it, and then you can start extending it to other stuff as you get sharper and start to recognize the situations more. So the dashing elbow, just like elbow and dashing elbow, they're both cases where you can always crouch dash after it. So then you just build the muscle memory. Elbow, crouch dash. So what do you do then? When you hit with it, that crouch dash can become throw, can become attack right away. And then so you might be responding slow, but you still are kind of in time to do it. Alright, Kaichari's Vid wins that one. Awesome. Very good one. That was an excellent battle. Baba is here. Wonderful to see them here. We're going to start the next league battle at the 40-minute mark. So at the 40-minute mark, we will start the next league battle. Thank you so much, Devil Ray. It's so always great to have you here. You have a good evening. You get good rest. And I think you have to wake up early tomorrow, so wishing you well. Beautiful hour. So good to see you. Hope you're doing great. It's been a while. Hope everything's been great for you. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Everyone, you mind if I just came in? Yeah. So really happy to have Vespasian here. We're doing good. We're doing good. It's especially good to have you here. So yeah, thank you for the games, Carteris Vid. You're playing awesome. Good game. Good battle. I had a lot of fun with that one.
Round 1. Ready, go!
I'm glad you've been missing VF, so I'm happy. I'm hoping you get fulfilled here. But yeah. Pie matchup knowledge always good. So yeah, Kasano Devil Ray should definitely have a session.
Knockout.
Yeah, Kasano's been playing Pie, and they're playing Pie very, very well, actually. Yeah, getting L-Blaze sparring partners is awesome. I hope you'll train with the Rock Reaper. Very strong, but very good L-Blaze to train with. Awesome to have Madam Yuki. Last Strike Madam Yuki is here. Hell yeah. Did Kasano get a disconnect? I'm so sad. Or are they... Okay, they're back. Got a very awesome crowd in here as always.
Knockout. Round 4. Ready, go!
Right. The connection looks good, Kasano. I'm glad that it's looking pretty good then. So the Akiyama says, any recommendations of exercise, drills, kind of stuff to practice with a partner rather than just running sets against each other? Yeah. So if you've got a sparring partner, Akiyama, it's good to commit to one throw direction, and then like let's say your sparring partner will do one throw direction, meaning they'll always do back forward throw. So then you have to escape forward throw. And you guys commit to doing that for the set. This will do a couple of things for both of you. One, for you, it can teach you that you need to escape throw like by default a lot. Whenever you're guarding, you should have a throw escape or buffering your next move. Only those two things. You should never just be holding guard by itself for no reason. Whenever you're guarding, like let's say you whiff an attack and you're guarding there, you should be doing a guard throw escape. Whenever you're guarding, you should always be doing a guard throw escape or buffering your next move. I just repeated myself, but it's really important to stress this. Buffering the next move is like the only reason you're not doing a guard throw escape. That throw escape is not meant for you to target throws. That throw escape is meant to reduce the risk of guarding. Same thing with evade eventually, but that one's a little different. But for guarding, you need to do this. So having your opponent commit to doing one throw will show you how often you might not be doing throw escape. And it can teach your friend, your sparring partner, that they need to throw, that there are more situations to throw than they might be thinking. A lot of people coming in from other fighting games are just going to poke into throw. Honestly, one of the very best places to throw somebody is after you block something that has no follow-up and is very minus. So like you block a shoulder attack, throw. It's really strong. It will really push them to want to do attack instead. When they do attack, now you can do counter hit launcher. But start with like block that, throw. Block a side kick that has no follow-up, throw is really good. Blocking blocking like an uppercut that has no follow-up, throw is really good. Throwing after you block is really good. Once you do this, then the opponent starts learning they need to also do throw escape there a little bit. So playing that way is it helps with the development. It helps build your throw escaping, and it also helps build the opponent's ability to use grapple. Because instead of doing predictable times when they throw, they might start looking at less predictable, but still probably guaranteed or at least advantageous times to go do a throw. Throwing is really strong in this game. To be really good at this game, you want to be good at boxing, you want to be good at grappling, and you want to be good at mixing it up. All three of those things are very vital to how you play this game at a very strong level. So, yeah. And then if you want to double down and both players are committed to one single throw direction, that's a good drill too. It's a very good drill. It'll train you on how to throw escape. It'll train you on how to throw better, because you'll start looking for moments where the opponent's not doing that escape. And then it'll train you on a lot. And it helps both players more than you might think. Yeah, Hima made an awesome X post retweeting that, or highlighting the Welcome Switch 2 players. It's like the best name, yeah. Yeah, so definitely remember, the real thing about quote-unquote lazy throw escape is that it's lazy not to do it. That's really it. I know the name has different roots, but yeah, eventually you also want to do fuzzy guard. So what are the easy times to do fuzzy guard in your matches? Well, when you set up the situation for it, it's easier, right? So these would be whenever you do elbow just by itself, no follow-up. So you do elbow and guard cancel it, and they block it, you can fuzzy guard. Whenever you low punch and they block it, you can fuzzy guard. It's not exactly necessary, but it doesn't hurt. And so whenever your low punch is blocked, go ahead and do a fuzzy guard. Crouch dash forward into standing guard. And start to see how often throws might whiff if people don't delay them, right? Now, to complement this, if your opponent is not doing anything when you fuzzy guard, then you should just go ahead and rush them, attack them, or throw them. You know, like if they're hesitating like all the time, go ahead and start, you know, taking advantage of that. Kind of good to know, you know. It's one of the parts about the active defense is starting to observe when your opponent is hesitating a lot. And what I will tell you is in Virtua Fighter, hesitation kills. So, like, learning how to play sharp is stronger, and you can learn how to delay after you learn how to play sharp. If you only learn how to delay and you never learn how to play sharp, you will be in big trouble. You'll be in big trouble in this game. People will take advantage of it. They'll start to realize they can mash against you, and you'll be wondering why. And it's because you're not resetting the tempo by playing sharp. You want to learn how to play sharp. You want to buffer. You want to play frame tight, because you're gonna have to reset it to that speed every once in a while. But if you don't learn how to play that, you can still learn how to play delayed, but it's going to be incomplete. You're going to have a disadvantage. You're going to be playing with worse frames than everybody else if you don't buffer. To play with buffer is to make the most use of your frame advantage, and you want to use every bit of advantage you got. So it's important to learn how to buffer. And then once people are buffering, fuzzy guard becomes more viable. It doesn't win, it just is better defense is all it is. But then you start playing sharp back and forth better, and you start learning that you've got to counterattack. Like if you defend your opponent, you want to make a choice right away between attack and throw in general. And then if your opponent gets advantage over you, then you're most likely going to defend, unless you're sure they're going to throw. And in which case, if they're going to throw, you attack. So defend or attack. Why do you attack? Because you think they're going to throw. Later, it's because you realize they're going to delay. And if they delay, like you attacking right away will beat that actually. So those are the two reasons to attack when you're minus. But by default, it's better to defend while you're minus, and then attack when you think they're going to throw or delay. Then we go back again. When you have advantage, you should attack or throw. That's pretty simple. Now you can delay attack and you can delay throw too, but generally you should be committing to those options. That's okay. It's okay to start doing it as a filler, but you want to build the skill. And building the skill builds a lot of things. It actually enhances your neutral eventually, because you start getting comfortable with crouch dash, and you realize that crouch dash is the really scary thing in this game. Crouch dash is very good. So crouch dashing more is good, and I'm going to go back to advice I said earlier. Honestly, ask yourself, are you the faster player or is your opponent? And be honest. Don't lie to yourself. Be honest. Who's the sharper player tonight? And if the answer is you are, then whenever things get awkward, that means you're probably the one that should attack or throw. On the flip side, if your opponent is the faster one, then whenever things get awkward, you should probably defend unless you're sure they're going to throw. That's kind of, yeah, that's kind of it. I don't know what it is, but Baba was just saying they use fuzzy guard as a filler, meaning I think that they just stick it in all the time, but they're probably not. They're probably talking about the lack of accuracy on their fuzzy guard. All right. After the next battle, we're gonna start the league battle. So one more warm-up battle, and then we'll start the league battle. Crouch dash is very strong in this game. It's very, very good. Yeah. Yeah, it opens up a lot, and that's why people need to do it. People need to learn crouch dash. It's super important. Fuzzy guard's actually is really just a gateway to understanding how good crouch dashing is. Period. Hey Rental, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing very good, Rental. It's good to have you here, and I hope you've been doing well. It seems like the passcode is not. The passcode is 4565. Sorry, that was my fault. I didn't change the display here. Thanks for pointing that out. Meant to, and then I got distracted by other things, so let me change that. Okay. And join us. Let me change that. Okay. Thank you for pointing that out. Here you go. Sorry about that. Sorry, it was set on the Akai Leagues, so sorry. Alright, rental animators joining us, hell yeah. Very, very nice. All right, is Rental in here? We're waiting for Rental to join. They might be running into the challenge, but we'll see. Okay, go ahead and play another warm-up battle while we wait for Rental Animator to join. Yeah, Rental, just keep trying. It sucks, but you're getting to experience you get to experience this room experience, right? Oh, Rental's here. Okay, we're gonna start. Maybe, yes. We're gonna start right now. Alright, if we see any crashes, we will pause it and restart. So nobody gets left behind. Let me know if it crashes out on you. Hicks is joining? Okay. Okay, we're waiting for Hicks. Sir Hicks-a-Lot, join in. I stopped the league battle. You guys can... Cygnus, you can go ahead and do a warm-up battle while we wait for Sir Hicks-a-Lot. No problem. Especia, Bava, you can do a warm-up battle while we wait for Sir Hicks-a-Lot to join the room. Oh, Rental, if you see somebody gray, it usually means you should leave and come back. As heartbreaking as that is, but that gray bar is usually a sign, is like a bad omen. It's usually a gray bar is going to be a bad omen for the room. so Rental's going to come back. Johnny Danger's here. Okay, awesome. Chili Pequin's here. Excellent. Man. Sir Hicks-a-Lot is here. Awesome. So we're just waiting for Rental Animator to join. Sir Hicks-a-Lot might have crashed out, so we're gonna see them rejoin hopefully. I'm glad Hypergrad is in the room. This is an awesome room. Gweebert's here. Yeah. Alright. Okay, I see. Okay, cool. So you're calibrating. So Sir Hicks-a-Lot's still calibrating, but we're hopeful. We're hopeful. I'm glad that my connection looks good to Sir Hicks-a-Lot. But we'll see how they... I'm glad that they're trying to make sure, though. His Rental must be having trouble getting in, though.
Round 3. Ready, go!
Okay, awesome. I'm glad that's working good. Rental, are you doing okay? Is it not letting you join? I haven't seen Rentals jump in yet, so... It's not letting you join, it's like crashing out. It sucks. Keep trying. I know how frustrating it is. We've been there. We've been there with you.
Ready, go!
We know your pain, Rental. So Just Miles says hop in as a spectator and then change to player. That's a really cool trick. I will try doing that trick in the future.
Round 5. Ready, go!
Also, don't worry about the red bars. We're mostly just worried about gray bars. Because some of the red bars are just the pinging glitch. You only see the optional player? I wonder if somebody's in here as a spectator. Okay. Looks like there's a spectator spot. I would like the bar glitch to be fixed. I definitely would. Go ahead and keep sparring. We're hanging in here for rental. It's okay. All right, pie battle. I do hope they figure it out too. It sometimes happens, especially. I forget it whenever I'm chatting, so it's all good.
Ready, go!
I do hope that the new changes to system mechanics are not crazy.
Ring out.
Alright, so Rento, go ahead and try it.
Round 2.
You can try to restart the game. We're willing to wait for you for that too. Arachi Drive noticed that the pie battle is 3 days late for the pie battle. 3141, right? 314. Yep, no problem, Rental. We're here for you.
Go!
Weaver's fearing the new patch. Understandably so, but you know what? Let's not. Well, I'll try not to jinx it, but you know, I think earlier Devil Ray was saying that she wanted the patch notes now, and I was like, I don't know. After seeing the Tekken and the Street Fighter 6 reactions, I don't know if I want to see the patch notes yet. Maybe wait till next week. You know. So. Yeah, talk about timing, right? Yeah. So, it is going to be very interesting, right? I believe, you know, Shun's not going to be able to do PPPK from the side anymore. I think that's definitely going to be changed. I also speculate that it'll be easier to tech roll when Taka does the stomp, or does the combo that finishes with something that looks like a mini stomp, 6KK. I think that's going to be tweaked, but I don't think they need to take it away. I think they just need to make it easier to tech roll, and I think the fight will be very interesting after that. But I think the fight's, I'm okay with it right now, but yeah. Rental, it's okay. Did you try? Did it not? It crashed? So Rental, did it just say, it just didn't let you, huh?
Round 3. Ready, go!
I see. I know the feeling. I had to drop out of Akai Leagues a few times because of it myself. Sorry, my friend. Alright, after this game, we'll start the next league battle. I did want to have Rental here, but you know, maybe in the next one. But thank you very much for trying, Rental. Thanks for your patience. We appreciate your patience very much. I know how frustrating it is. Alright, Especia, here we go. I haven't sparred with Especia in a while, but she's Last I saw of her matches, she was getting stronger, so let's keep this up.
I'll show you what combat's all about.
Got the battle, silver hair battle here.
Round one. Ready, go!
What was the show called in the 80s? Silverhawks? I think I used to have some of those toys.
Knockout.
See here.
Round two. Ready, go!
Nice. Very nice defense. It's okay, we're sparring. Keep it up, Especia.
Ready, go!
Nice. Alright. Good sparring round.
Round four.
Keep it up, Especia.
Ready, go!
You'll find ways to crack me. That said, you might have to use throw. Yeah, good use of throws though. You do use good throws, so. But you do like the back throw a bit, so. Very nice. It's like I have a strong feeling of which throw you'll do. I don't know why, but like I have a good guess on it. So. That was a good round. Good round, good mix-up, so. Good mix-up. Sorry, Specia, but I really enjoyed the fight. Keep it up. Keep it up. You are an awesome fighter. Enfeng here, awesome. Good to have Enfeng here. Enfeng has been on a tear. Everyone's telling me how scary Enfeng is. It's awesome. I haven't fought Enfeng in a long, long time. I'm excited for it, but yeah. Is the room breaking? Crap. Okay, I will restart. After this game, I will restart. Don't worry, come back into the room. I will restart after this game.
Showtime! Round one.
We do this for fun.
Ready, go!
Even though fun can be frustrating when it's like this, but... Very good.
Knockout!
Alright. Guiver's playing awesome. Here we go.
Ready, go! Knockout! Round three. Ready, go!
That was good. That was beautiful. There's got to be a way to switch positions though with that. All right, we're gonna restart the league. So, good battle, Rebert. Let's keep it up. We're gonna rematch very soon. All right, Johnny Danger versus Baba. Once that's finished, we'll restart the league. Hey, Inori, good to see you. Come on in. We're about to restart the league battle. So, I was made aware that some people got booted and had to come back in. So we will address that. All right. Are we waiting for anybody to join the room? Johnny Danger's here. Looks like everyone's here. Is everything looking good? We should have Rental Animator try again, but they probably jumped into a room with someone already. I know a lot of people want to fight Rental, so he's a high demand player. Let's see. But Rental, if you can join us, please try to join us. We'll see. After this game, we'll start the next league battle. And Spaghetti, if you're in here, no. You should try joining us, Spaghetti. And then Enfeng is rocking the silver hair with the blue headband. You're a high demand player for sure, Rental. But you're humble too, so I'll let you be humble. He's a high demand player. You know? So. I enjoy Rental's company too. We're all fighting for his attention. So, you know. But he is very pleasant to be around. He's really fun. Rantel's now like, you guys are all awkward to be around. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. So, no. All right, let's see.
Round 4. Ready, go!
I'm glad to hear that. So. It's fun. I think it's just fun hanging out in the VF community for sure. I see. Thanks for trying it, Rental. I understand. Thank you for trying to come in. I think we're going to start this one, and then we'll try another one after that, but yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and start. This is no slight on Rental, it's just like when we have 11 or 12. Did anybody crash at that moment? Oh. So, Inori, they've been trying to get in too? I see. We'll go ahead and start this, and then we'll see how this goes. But sorry, Spaghetti, Inori. So Inori and Rental both have been having trouble getting in. We do see a correlation at 10 people, but we're not sure if there's a causation there. Just that I think it might not be the causation at all. I think what it is just the higher chance that you're having a tough connection with someone. That's what it is. The more people in the room. But yeah. Nice.
Knockout. Round 2. Ready, go! Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout.
Very nice. Good using the lows, and good being stubborn with them too.
Ready, go! Knockout.
See? I thought I'm better.
Good game, Kasano. I think one of the hard parts Kasano has again in the matchup with me is I like the single move flow. I think Pi has access to being able to mix that up with a string flow, and I think the threat of the string follow-ups can work for them. I think they can expand their string flow game against me, and I think it might actually work against me because it'll punish me for attacking after every single move. But it's tricky. With Pi, it's tough against someone like me. The moves like force, like her 4-6K is pretty good because of this, because of me wanting to be very active after each move.
Knockout. Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout.
So Leon does get PKP against Taka on recovery hit. It's really good.
Ready, go!
Good tech. Very good switch up throw.
Knockout.
Good game, blah blah blah. Good game. Very close. Good round.
I want a serious fight.
Oh wow. So Rayblade got a Kitsune for $60 on Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace, you can definitely find a lot of good sticks at a good price on Facebook Marketplace. Your friends made you laugh. I definitely have trouble dealing with distractions too, so I feel the pain. Landing those killer setups is what is so much fun about Virtua Fighter. Like, we can all agree, right? This game is very expressive, and I love how expressive this game is. I think this game does reward people for trying to be expressive, because that's another form of trying to be creative with stuff. And I think this game really allows it, and I love it because of that.
Ready, go!
Baba, you are seeing Leon a lot better. Keep it up. Making really good gains. Hypergraph is doing pretty good on the frame situation, or at least kind of comprehending these situations decently well.
Round 2. Ready, go!
I think Chili is giving Hypergraph a good thing to work towards against Akira. Very nice. Very nice. Hyper's fuzzies are gotten really good, gotten so much better. It's tough because of how much damage Akira is doing, but this is a good battle between these two. Keep it up, both of you. Chili, of course, doing really well, and I like the side pressure that Chili does. Alright, good battle. That is one of the scary win conditions of Akira. He threatens this, and he threatens guard break as well, among many other things. So guard low, guard high, both can be rough if he guesses correctly. Do I think guard break will be in Virtua Fighter 6? I want it to be in Virtua Fighter 6, and I definitely think from what little we've seen, I think there's a strong reason to have guard break. So I think guard break's really good, but we have no idea what to expect of the sidestep system. We have no idea what the movement system's going to be like. Like, it could be the same, it could be totally different. I know people are scared. I know people coming from Tekken and coming from a lot of other fighters. I know how scary it can be, the idea of a guard break, because players are used to guard being a default, being something they don't think about. And in Virtua Fighter, you're thinking about guard. So, like, in most fighting games, guard is what you do when you happen to be walking away. And so you're retreating and guarding at the same time. So you're thinking about it less. You're thinking of it as like a bigger defensive package. And that's also, but it's also like a default thing you just do, especially like in the 2D flow, right? Like traditional Capcom flow in the old ways is like, okay, like same as King of Fighters, which is if I'm on the ground, I'll stay I'll block low, right, before third strike. And then King of Fighters just makes like hopping what scares you away from doing that, like that they hyper hop and like kick you, right? It's like threatening you for that. But in Capcom flow, you're just kind of, I just hold back and then I hold down back. But if they go in the air, I switch to back, and that does a lot. And that reduces how much I have to think about the defense, but I have to learn that to begin with. But Virtua Fighter, your defense is like your right hand. Your right hand's guarding and attacking, and your left hand's moving. So you got to learn how to be active with guarding. But then not only that, you have to know that if that the guard gives you advantage, so you want to attack right after you block something or throw, you know. And so that takes quite a while to get used to. So then on top of that, the guard break will sound very scary if you've only been guarding. If you've been sidestepping, that guard break's a little less scary. And if you've also learned that when they like to throw you, you should attack. And then later you realize if they hit me with the guard break, it's not a big deal. then that makes it a little easier, but that takes a while to get there. So that's why a lot of people that are newer to VF are so terrified of guard break. A lot of people want to guard until they're comfortable, but VF actually wants you to guard strike back, and then if you missed on your strike or they guarded a good strike, then it wants you to defend again, but then really quickly go into that. It also wants you to know that sidestepping is not about positioning in VF, it's about defending. Sidestepping is a defense. It's, I'm at a disadvantage, so I'm going to sidestep because I think he's going to launch. And like, I don't think he's going to throw mix up. I think he's definitely going to go for launch, so I'm going to sidestep and I get a bigger punish than if I guarded, right? But in Virtua Fighter, because sidestep is a defensive tool, not exactly a positioning tool, throw will beat sidestepping in this game. So if they go, oh, he's not, he's at disadvantage and he's sidestepping, I'm gonna throw, or he's gonna defend, he's gonna guard or sidestep, I'm gonna throw. It beats both, right? And I'm gonna keep throwing him until he finally punches me for throwing, right? And coming from other games, you're like, why would I attack when I'm at disadvantage? Because they're throwing you. So it's important how this rock paper scissors plays out, but this is why the game can fight up close, and that these decisions are critical, and throws in this game are so strong. Guard break is good, but honestly some of the other threats are a little bigger. Guard break is specifically because the guy just guards and doesn't do anything but guard. He can defend by moving, he could defend by sidestep, these both beat it. He could like crouch guard. He could do a lot of different ways to defend to avoid the guard break. The guard break is dealing with one type of defense, which is the guard, which is the default. And it is the safer one, but nothing is truly safe in this game, if I'm being honest. Everything can be punished if it's read out. Even a high punch can be punished if it's read. Very nice. I got the Sabaki, I'm very happy.
Round two. Ready, go!
I got the Sabaki on the string. That was so sick. Sorry, I'm really happy when I do stuff like that, so. So see how I'm using both guarding and evading. Sidestepping is a defense, but I'm using it defensively. But now I sometimes do delay. So here this backdash evade is one way to do it because of where I think they might attack, but also because Pi has short range if she plays this way, right? And so I'm trying to take advantage of that. So backdash evade is strong against people that are playing with short range attacks like a lot. So, and that's one of the challenges when you're boxing, is that then you want to start mastering stuff like crouch dashing in, right? Because crouch dashing in allows you to get close, have more of your options, and duck a potential high or throw. But I can still block on reaction, even when I crouch dash. So even though I didn't block in time for like low punch, I would have blocked probably for almost any other attack.
Time's up.
Alright. Good fight, Cygnus. Good fight. Keep it up. Do I think they will make throws easier in VF6 in terms of throw breaking? They might. Look, I would be open-minded to certain changes, but I do still want a throw break system that is similar to what we have. I like the way it is, but again, I'm open to what they do. Here's the deal though. What is the main problem with the current throw break system for pad is that you're pressing guard and that you want to do guard throw escape, and that one of those buttons by default is not like a trigger or shoulder button. That's why I tell people they should add a guard button when they learn VF on pad. I recommend they put R1 as guard as an extra, the second guard button. They can still use the button guard button, but having R1 as guard is really like, for the way people want to play, that's pretty good. And that'll allow you to do the guard throw escape and all the other techniques, right? But that's not the default controls of the game. I just think they should just put guard on R1. That's for me solves it. But that's maybe they go more than that, and I'm open-minded to that. But we'll see. I think when people talk about Tekken's reactable throwscapes, what I think is that's what I think you can do with Stagger Break. Stagger Break is actually similar to a Tekken throwscape, in my view. At the high level, and when you break down how people are processing it, I think it's actually closer to that than actual throw break for Tekken, right?
Round one.
So yeah.
Ready, go!
I do think what people do with like throw break on Tekken is kind of what they should do with the guard button in VF. Like when they see an attack come in, guard, right? I move in, guard, right? So like I'll do this and I'll be like, boom, right? Excellent. Good round, Hypergraph. I do like catch throws too. So the people that hate guard break typically hate catch throws.
Ready, go!
Not always, but in my conversations, some people just say, I hate that and I hate, like they hate both, right? They just... But the thing is, VF is actually about the play with these mechanics. What's the downside to catch throw is the speed. Is that they tend to be slower. And so a lot of just good defense tends to be good against it. Like reactable and then being able to strike. There are some delay attack, just like it's already good against throw, is also good against catch throw to a degree.
Round four. Ready, go!
When is VF6 coming? No idea. I'm not under the impression that it's soon. We'll know when it's soon because I think they'll start promoting it like a ton. But I want them to make it amazing, so I personally can be patient. I think the world can be patient too, to be honest. But I think they're not going to discuss it that way. But there is a window because you might end up being a game for the next generation after this current generation if you wait long enough. But sometimes that works out. Sometimes it does not. Right? So we'll see. We'll see. Good games, Hypergraph. Good game. There's going to be a patch next week. I'm not... Devil Ray earlier said she wanted the patch notes now. I was like, after seeing the Tekken community and Street Fighter community on my Twitter timeline, I am not in a rush to see the patch notes. It's like, the feeling in this room is weird. So, like I'm getting these bad vibes around all these around people around patches right now in the fighting game community. So like I'm watching the repeat doom loop of the Tekken community, of the social media community. We'll see what happens with the people playing. We'll see. Yeah, but I definitely feel people look. They were vague about what they said, but I know that like it became a Rorschach tech. What that means. All right, Chili, here we go. Good game, Chili. Chili, that was a very fun battle. That said, you're using a lot of Akira's lower damage stuff because of the scrap that we're having. And so because of that, in an unusual thing for this matchup, I was profiting on decisions and you were not, right? Because you were trying to figure out how do I get in on this guy. But you actually did have your ins against me. It was just, the guessing was just a little, I was just outguessing you a little. But I ended up profiting because I was using stuff that did a little more damage than what you were doing. But Akira almost always in general does more damage than Leon. So think about that and make sure that you're making profit on the decisions a little bit. Sometimes just rewind it a little or dial it back a little to punish me for being active if I'm the one that's winning the active fights. Because Akira does way more damage than Leon. So keep it up. Keep it up. But I hope that makes sense to you. But it was an intense battle. It was a very good battle. But that's how I see it from fighting you. Man, I wish I can be in New York for that cruise. It's so good to see you, my friend. I hope you've been well. I hope you've been doing good, Chris. Really good to see you. I'm happy for anyone that's going to Super Choya Cup in New York. And wonderful memories. I'm glad that you set up Virtua Fighter 5R for me when you did. Good round. This should be it. Good round, Green Break. Good round. Yeah, FT and VF5R. It's really cool. Good game, good game. That was really intense. I was just able to hang in there just one more step on you. I think if you were patient, just one more move would have been a very, it would have been a much longer fight in that round. So it was really intense. Good battle, Queebert. Good battle. In this game, even if you didn't feel fast enough, just patient you just need to be patient. Probably one step longer would have made a huge difference in the round. I don't know if it would have won the round, but it would have been like, we would have fought, I think, a few more extra hits. So, you know, steal that patience, steal it, you know. I know you're a man. You can't steal. I do understand that I'm trying to test your patience, yes.
Round two. Ready, go!
Very good. Very good.
Round three. Ready, go!
So it's like Leon Power. Oh, he went for throw, but still.
Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout.
Very nice. So much fun. Very fun fighting with Unfin here.
Round 5. Ready, go!
Very good throw.
Knockout.
Good game. Good game, Enfing. That was an awesome battle. That was an awesome battle. I enjoyed that so much. Very good game. It's so much fun. I like it a lot. Very nice Akira, man.
Just focus on your enemy.
You'd better take me seriously. Round 1. Ready, go!
Very nice throw.
Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout.
Good round, especially. You're playing great. Keep this up. You are playing very, very well.
Round 3. Ready, go!
Excellent. That was really good. I like that choice. I like this choice very much. Good patience.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Good battle. Good battle, Especia. Very good battle. You played great.
Forgot to train, eh?
I feel your improvement too. I feel you getting used to fighting with me too. So, yeah, be confident, be brave. So, you're doing good. All right, is this Mani? Is this Madame Yuki? Last strike, Madame Yuki. Here we go.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Let's see here. Oh, that was really good.
Ready, go!
That was really good. That's it. That was an awesome battle. Awesome battle. I thought I evaded this, but it was nice delay it. Dashing elbow. So that was good. Was it? That's weird. It counter hit. I don't understand. But anyways, really good battle. That was a really good battle. It must have done something else instead of dashing, instead of evade, but it was good. Good battle. That was an awesome battle, Mike. I enjoyed that so much. For me, I mean, I'm always we'll see how the game plays out kind of thing, you know, and also I distinguish social media from everybody else. You know, I think social media environment's one, but I do know that most Tekken players feel that kind of feeling on it. I think, well, Tekken Legacy players especially, right? A lot of people are comparing Tekken 8 to their favorite Tekken, which is natural. And Tekken 8 really has like this different vision of Tekken, or of what it wants to be going forward. And a lot of Tekken players are not sure how they feel about it, because some of the hard parts about it is that Tekken is a really good looking game. Like if you don't know how Tekken plays, it's fun to watch. But you know, you could say the same about Soul Calibur 6, right? Soul Calibur 6 is actually pretty fun to watch for most people, right? But whether it plays how the players like may or may not be a different story, competitively anyways. So that's always going to be a hard one. Of course, I feel lucky because I always love how VF plays competitively, regardless. But so I haven't felt like I've been put in that position. The closest position VF has kind of had was during Virtua Fighter 5 Vanilla, where I think there was some players that were not happy with Virtua Fighter 5 Vanilla and did leave, right? So like the Third Strike player, you guys know which player I'm thinking about, but I always forget their name because I don't follow Street Fighter as much. Legendary Street Fighter Third Strike player who also played Aoi in Virtua Fighter. One of the greatest Aoi players ever. But they quit, I think, during VF5 Vanilla. Yeah, Nuki. So Nuki or Onuki, like I think they quit during VF5 Vanilla, right? Or they played VF5 Vanilla and then quit, but yeah. I think Tekken 8 does a lot of good things well and right, and as a game, I think it's pretty good. But you know, of course, VF is my game. But so for me, here's the thing. The only time I've seen Tekken players truly leave Tekken was maybe in the middle of Tekken 7 and then come back later. A lot of them came back. Tekken 6 did turn off some people during its generation because Tekken 6 was like the game with the rage system, so it felt like losing would lead you to winning for some people. Like that's the funny joke about Tekken 6, right? But it got better, and it's still a highly revered game. So I'm always I've seen it enough to where I'm like, well, we'll see what actually happens. We'll see what the players actually do. Street Fighter 5 lost a lot of players. So when people try to say Street Fighter 6 is just cruising on Legacy, I'm like, Street Fighter 5 kind of disproves that, like kind of gives you some counterexample here, right? Because Street Fighter 5 was definitely a case of losing a lot of the audience, right? And not just cruising on its, like it definitely cruised on its on its star power, but it's, you know, but then it regained it, and it became a better game. And then Street Fighter 6, you know, is riding on Street Fighter 5 figuring it out, on top of getting a lot of new people to play and stick with it. So there's no way you can say that was not Street Fighter 6's own success. That's just a lazy argument, right? That said, I definitely understand people getting tired of the way Street Fighter 6 plays. I'm not saying that's how I feel, but I think I understand. I think I understand in the sense that they make a lot of the core play like about kind of universal mechanics, and so because of that, that can create a dryness to that. Especially the throw loops, because even though throws have become more interesting functionally, the fact is that throws by themselves are not so exciting unless they're like, you know, grapplers throws. And so because of that, unlike, you know, VF, the throws are exciting. The throws, you understand these throws, or you eventually understand these throws are supposed to be strong. And so, like, so Street Fighter throw loops can be very boring because these are generic throws. Right? That's like if VF was only neutral throw, right? That's kind of dry. So I kind of get when people say that. Yeah, and Street Fighter 6 is doing super amazing, right? And so you cannot say that that's not its own success. That's not just because it's Street Fighter. That's because it's Street Fighter, but the people are staying to play it, right? So it acquired players and then it retained it, you know. So yeah, good game, Enfang. Sorry, I'm like in conversation mode, but I enjoyed the fight a lot. So, but yeah, so you know, Street Fighter is definitely doing a lot of things right in terms of winning new players and keeping them, and especially in the Japanese market, and winning players that recognize it and keeping them, you know. And then of course maybe it gets dry for the people that play, I don't know, thousands of hours of the game, then it's becoming dry. But that's a success as a game, actually. You know, if a game is getting like thousands of hours of play and then they complain that the game is dry. But yes, of course, it would be better if it's getting better competitively. But I actually rarely hear direct complaints about Street Fighter 6. I hear complaints about Tekken 8. Street Fighter 6, it's more of a still liking it, still good, can't really complain, but kind of maybe wishing there was more for them. That's the feeling I get from my friends that play Street Fighter 6. And that means they're still going to play the game. It's definitely different from the Tekken situation, right? So, right, and then the other thing that people are complaining about right now is more of an ick factor because of lore. So, you know? So, yeah. And yeah, Street Fighter 6 is gorgeous, and it is trying to do a lot of the things that are the future of fighting games, or that looks like they should be the future of fighting games, right? Arxis also, right? They try to do stuff like the hub world, try to make it a social online space when, you know, as best as you can for an online space, right? Or at least as best as they can imagine. There's of course many other ways and approaches to do it, but at least they're trying to solve that problem. They're trying to make it more social while being online, and they probably succeeded in many ways. You know, and of course they give the backdoor option for all the hardcore players. Like, I want to go straight to menu. I don't want to walk around this 3D environment. I want to just menu it, and that's Arxis, Street Fighter, Tekken. They all do this, right? They all go. You can backdoor into the mode you want. You know, go straight to what you want to do. But they are paying some attention to that social experience because they know that that's the thing that sustains the actual like mainstream success of the game. And you want people to feel good being in Street Fighter, feel good being in Tekken. Of course, Virtua Fighter, I believe, is going to be doing something like this too, and we'll see what their vision of it is. I'm really like, this is really the thing that I'm most excited for, is what VF may do with this aspect. But it is a tall ask. But I think that's what you have to do if you want to be taken as like not just a niche fighter, but you want to be like this mainstream successful game that captivates enough players that are good or not good. You know. But I think there's So for me, I am picturing something like a Sega World Battle Hub, right? I actually think that the games should not be like permanently there, collection. I think they should be like on rotation, because I want, this month we're gonna battle on Daytona, next month Sega Rally. And then we go back to Daytona a few months later. I want to be able to enjoy that kind of like rotation, because the scoreboard's fresh, because maybe they fixed the emulation, because maybe new people get into it, because it feels fresh. If the game just stays in your collection, it will go collect dust in your collection. The leaderboard will be less relevant. People will have less reason to go back. The hard part about the collection is it's for the people that really want to be there once and be a hermit while enjoying the game. And that's okay, but that's probably not what their view of long-term success is. They could find a way but they're going to try to make a way to please everyone. But I think for me, if you do like that Sega Battle World Hub, you should put the games on rotation. Alright, we're going to start the league battle after this game. And yeah. And it'll probably be the last league battle that I do, but you guys can keep it going, because I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's an awesome group. So yeah. But I think rotating also just keeps stuff fresh, keeps you enjoying, keeps you reminded, like, it's part of culture. So this is about culture, right? And what does a museum do? A museum rotates. It curates and it rotates the selection so that it can keep showing more of that world. Well, Sega is a very, very rich world. And Sega Arcade is a very, very rich world too. So I think there's a lot going there. I think there's so much that can be done. And but I do think VFB, Virtua Fighter, being front and center and being the main thing, is fantastic, and the future vision, right? But you can celebrate the past on rotation in a fun way that's with community and competitive too. I think you can do all of these things. I think there are ways to design these hooks well, but it is a huge gamble and investment too, though. So there's definitely risk involved. Very good use of that string, the one I told you about. Very good weight. Yeah.
Ready, go! Excellent! Round 3. Ready, go!
Very good. Very good. This should ring out if you do it right. Very good, Kasana. Very good.
Round 4.
And good using the crush when you did. Alright, good game. So, what did I punish? There's a couple things when I fought you, Kasano. When I got you into a hit sequence, I had a strong feeling you would defend after the sequence. So I went after that. 2, I punished your short range attacking. So low punch being an example. So this is where, when I, like, as a substitute for the way that you defend right now, you can add in more crouch dash into standing guard. Because this will keep you closer to me. This will reduce my ability to punish you with range. This will reduce the effectiveness of my backdash. And so think about your guard. So right now where you like to guard, or even where you like to low punch, consider, even where you like to low punch, consider doing a crouch dash into whatever. I think that would help you quite a bit.
Round one.
It will keep you glued to me.
Go.
Very nice shoulder. I love the shoulder use.
Ring out. Round two. Ready, go.
I like that use of knee. I like the use of knee, and now I'm liking the gauging of spacing too. Enfeng spacing is very good. Oh, crap. I didn't expect that done. That was really good. I like the evade though. I want to see if that would work. It doesn't work on him. It's good. Good game. Good game. It's really good. I like the way Enfeng plays Akira too. Very interesting. I like it a lot. Good game, my friend. That was really good. And I like that it's a very different style of Akira that I fought too. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. I like the way it's using spacing. I like the way it's trying to bait. It does do a little cracking, but then it also goes in for like more up close okizeme. Has consistent with the knee, which is really good. So the execution is good stuff. And then, yeah, choosing when it decides to stay back versus go forward is actually very nice. But it's not like over aggressive or over passive. It's a nice balance. I like it. It's really cool.
Ready, go.
That was a really good bout. That third round was really good. Really good third round, Miles. Keep it up. That was a really good final round. Really good adjustments on your part. Good trying to apply pressure as you did. Lots of fun. Do you want to... I didn't crouch dash, so you didn't have to worry about it. If I did, you would have to worry more, but it was really good stuff, and that was on me. So that was a good fight. Very good fight. Yeah. Hey, blurring. Yep, pretty late night VFing. Yeah, you were using... In that third round, you brought the right tools for the situation, I think. I liked it. So Sir Hixlaw says, took me a few days, but I finally got something that I've been practicing. It seems kind of basic, but it will help build my game plan character. Awesome. those are awesome games when you get those. In VF, a lot of times the things that you feel really strong is when you iron out a fundamental. And it sounds funny, but a lot of the fundamentals in this game take time, like they sharpen a lot over time, and it turns out like they become even sharper than you expected when you started, and even when you were starting to get very good. There was still many more levels to go that you could bring it to, and as you clear those milestones, it feels really good. That said, because functionally things have an answer, you can still do amazing being like, brown belt in certain techniques. It's an awesome game that way. So you still will get results, but you can still sharpen up as a player by a lot. And I like Madam Yuki's control of information at the moment. The super dashing elbow is really on point. And then they decide to go for that. Alright, that's the read. Or it might not even be a read, actually.
Round 3. Ready, go! Round 4. Ready, go! Excellent.
Good fight, Monica.
See? I thought I'm better.
I hope you can join us, but yeah, after Texas Showdown, I totally understand. By the way, I'm cheering. I'm happy you guys are having an amazing tournament. Texas Showdown, please tell everybody where they can watch Texas Showdown and what time, what day. Texas Showdown, I think, is this weekend, and it's going to have an awesome field of players. I know quite a few players that are going to be there. Very excited for it. I think it's going to be one of the really tournaments you got to watch. It's going to be an awesome tournament. So 27th, okay, 2 weeks. So I will be busy on the 27th, but everyone should watch it. So yeah. So it's in 2 weeks, 2 weekends from now. Texas Showdown will be awesome to watch. Send all the people that are coming from the Switch there to watch that event. T Taco Guy is in the room. Blairing's in the room. Sir Hixalot's in the room. I know they're going. But I know other people from out of town that are going too. And other people from in town that are going. So it's going to be an amazing tournament.
Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go!
Very good. Thought I got a side crouch hit, but it was not. Really? That's... Oh, you're standing. Good battle, Hypergraph. That was a really good game. Good game, my friend.
What a knucklehead.
I am glad that you were working with Texas Jackie on the seeding. Texas Jackie's got a lot of good experience. He knows the players, so his seeding should be good. His seeding should be very good. Awesome. I think it's going to be awesome. You and Texas Jackie running that tournament will be really good. So I think that's great. Alright, Cygnus, here we go. Always good fights with Cygnus.
Ready, go!
Good.
Round two. Ready, go!
Good. Good duck. Very good, meaty. Very good job, elbow. Alright, here we go.
Round three. Ready, go! Excellent! Round four. Ready, go!
Oh, very good game. Very good battle, Cygnus. Good stuff. I enjoyed that a lot. I think that was a very fun to watch match too. So, good fight. Good fight.
Serious fight.
All right, spaghetti confetti. Hell yeah. Here you go. It's gonna be a crazy battle. I think Cygnus has a really good chance of taking this whole thing. Let's see.
安心しろ。すぐに終わる。
And Go just finds many ways to be rude, doesn't he? I'm just kidding.
Ready, go! Ring out!
You have to tech in this case. So, must tech.
Round two. Ready, go!
Very good. Got it. If you tech, okay, you can hop here. So here, after this throw, you can hop. Would have reduced the damage. We would have still been fighting. So after the turnaround throw by Leon, you can hop, and then you have to tech. But you can hop, and that causes like a different fall. And then because of that, like you would have tech, and you would have still been alive. So yeah. So I would have had to do PKP to seal the damage. But yeah, it's fun. So Sir Hixalot said, so does Leon, if I may be honest. So does Leon. I missed what I said for that response. I gotta touch up on my Leon match. I've totally forgot so many things. I understand, Blaring. Alright, that was a really fun battle. Cygnus did awesome. Enfeng did awesome as well. Really good stuff. That was so much fun, everyone. Really appreciate you all. You guys can go ahead and keep fighting in this room. I am going to call it a night for me, but I enjoyed this so much with all of you. And I do want to spawn more. Enfeng, actually, I'm going to stick in a little longer. I want to fight Enfeng if I can, but we'll see if I get the right. But I'll fight a little bit. I'll fight a few games. I said that Go is mean. Yeah, oh, I said Go is rude. Yeah, Leon is rude too. Yeah, Leon's very rude. Oh no, Enfeng left. Okay, but anyhow, I'll fight some more here. Yeah, Leon is rude. Go is rude for sure. I see. So Inori is getting used to a new controller. I understand. Yeah, and you're using pads, so different controller definitely changes a lot. But I hope you get used to it very soon because you're awesome. Yeah, let's definitely play some more soon, Enfeng. I really like your Akira. It's really cool. Awesome. Let's try to do a session soon, maybe this weekend. So I'll let you know what times work for me. These times have been a bit weird for me this month, but I'm trying to figure it out. But I do have some time. Just that every once in a while something surprising happens, like I'm, helping my wife manage our son. They're both in China right now, so sometimes it's like calls at like late at night, and it's like, oh, okay, I gotta go take care of the situation, So we have a really good son, but sometimes his social battery gets drained, and he's very introverted, but he's really sweet. So sometimes a school trip that's like 2 weeks long can be very exhausting, and they're about a week and a half in, so it's very exhausting. Once you get I saw this when I went on the trip with my daughter, where not with her but with a lot of the other parents and kids, how they would get restless by the second week. So I'm kind of acting as support, on-call support during that. It was a very good battle between Hypergrav and Kasano. Good battle, you two. That was excellent. Where is Lao on this menu? Alright. This should be pretty intense here, especially the way Hypergrav's been playing. And I think they have good experience against Lao. So let's do this.
Round one. Ready, go!
Very good. I fell for it because this thing will crush a low. This thing will crush a low, so. A lot of times when you see stance like late fade, you want to do a low, but in this case with Pi, you gotta be careful of that. I'm looking forward to playing again very soon, Sir Hicks-a-Lot. Sorry that it didn't work out the other day, but we'll do it soon. I do want to do spar soon. So the tricky thing with Lao is learning to low punch him to stop him from doing anything that's not proper. Very good. Good choice there. Good game, my friend. Very good game. Really gonna be hard to use Lao against Spaghetti Confetti. Let me see what I can do. Let's help him break in this controller. We're gonna try to help you break in this controller, man. Nice. That was really cool. Okay, here we go. Oh, good game. Good game, good game. That was really, really fun. That was so much fun. That was so much fun. Good game, Inari. That was very good.
Round one. Ready, go! Knockout. Round two. Ready, go! Knockout.
Sometimes you might have set up a security setting in your own Steam account, or a Virtua Fighter setting, but I don't know if that's it. But sometimes it's worth looking into to see if it's your own security setting that might disable the. But then again, you're used to using this on other games, so who knows? But yeah. Alright, thanks so much, Miles. It's good to have you. Thanks for hanging out with us, and thanks for the battles. Keep it up, and you have a good rest, my friend. It's always good to see you, man. Thank you. Thanks for your support. Thank you very much for it.
Round one. Ready, go!
Play more Moto Raid. Alright, awesome.
Round two. Ready, go!
I really do like Pai's Pokotai stance. It's complicated, but it's really great. Oh, that was beautiful.
Knockout.
Good fight, good round.
Round three. Ready, go! Knockout. Round four. Ready, go!
That was cool. Like, Pai's making this like a kung fu film. Go is making this look like the Street Fighter movies from the 70s. Have a good night, Hypergraph. Thank you very much for hanging out with us tonight. Hope you had a good time at Salon today. And also, hope you enjoyed the new arcade parts that you are picking up. I understand. It takes a while to get those into the game. Especially Pai's 3P takes a while to get into matches. Good battle, you two. Alright, this will be my last one for tonight. I am gonna call it after this, but I enjoyed all of this with y'all, so I'll do one more game. I see. Have a good night, rest well, my friend. No, last run, I guess, but we'll see if it's even a run. Spaghetti's got my Lau's number here.
Round one. Ready, go! Round 2. Ready, go!
Yeah.
Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout. Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout. Round 5. Ready, go!
Awesome, good game. That was it. Good game, Inari. That was a lot of fun. Very good game, my friend. Kusano, the answer would have been yes, but I did not win. It was a really good game, but we will do more. We'll spar soon. But I'm gonna call it a night. But thank you all so much. Really good stuff. Good games. Very good games. That was a lot of fun. Thank you very much, Enfing. You have a good night too. Really appreciate you too. Really, really good stuff. I'm glad you joined us tonight. Thank you so much. Chronomed, thank you. My pleasure for stream. Always happy to provide. It's always happy to provide. Thank you very much. You guys have a good one and enjoy. And I'll see if I can find another time to stream this week, but it's a little busy week. But I'll see. It is my intention, but we'll see. Hey Jun, thank you so much. Kapkun Kap. It's good to have nights like these too, you know. It's not a popular opinion, but for me, there are times when I'm in a good mood, but I'm not, like, I might be a bit tired, and I found that training on those times are still helpful for me. But it's probably, you know, it just probably depends on your experience level. There's stuff that I get to work on in that state, and I always try to make sure that even if I lose, I learn something from it, or I kind of reflect on it. And I think that's good too. Now, different people have different types of fuel, but for me, what fuels me is that is just actually playing fuels me. But I do try to think about it, of course, when I'm playing. So I encourage people. Sometimes for some people this could really help, but some people definitely they get more frustrated, and you know, maybe other things they have to manage. But I think, well, for me, I think I'm still playing fine, playing really well. But it's like, but this is closer to like what happens in a tournament actually. In my experience, a lot of times when you play in tournaments, you're not going to be your best very often. And so a lot of times it's a performance management, it's managing yourself. And sometimes I make observations about opponents and then apply what I think is how it's going to play out that way. I also do little milestones when I play in a tournament. I think about, based on how I'm playing, I try to think about the steps I'm going to need to get to another level in the same tournament. It's hard, but that comes from a lot of experience and some expertise. And it's like, okay, I'm going to need to do this, and you know, and double elimination tournaments really allow you to do this a bit more. So if I'm being honest, that's a big part of my process. But yeah.
Ready, go!
Let's see here. And then Sir Hixalot asks Chile if they are from Mexico. Let's see here. So I'll let those two chat. Usually you can chat even if I raid or close the stream, but I will find someone to raid and see if that chat continues. I do enjoy Chili joining our rooms a lot, so Chili, thank you very much for being here as well. Okay, let's see. Tricky's returning to Tekken. It's a good day to do it, I guess. If Tricky returns to Tekken. Virtua Fighter. Oh my god. Is that who I think it is? Not exactly, but it's fun. So you guys, I'm gonna send you guys to watch some Japanese VF. Now, I don't think this is Hato-san, but it is Hatoman 2525. So we're gonna raid them today. Tricky is streaming, but she's streaming Tekken, which is nothing wrong with that. But I will support. I'll raid to VF first priority. So let's see here. But I think her chat would definitely be very interesting with today's topics. Yeah, Hatoman-san, awesome. Alright, let's raid Hatoman-san.
Go ahead, knock yourself out. Round one.
Alright, feel free to say hi. The Japanese tend to use translations. And so here comes a raid to Hataman-san. Looks like it's a lot of fun VF though. Honestly. Alright, here we go. You all have a good one. Say hello to Hataman 2525 for me. Please give them a follow, and I hope to see you all very soon. Cheers.